Our next speaker for this evening, who is the principal at Nicholes Family Lawyers and a sponsor of the EVAs. Please make a very welcome Ms. Sally Nicholes.
Thank you for that. I would like to recognise the traditional owners of this land, the Honourable Minister, Mary Wooldridge, Chief Commissioner of Police, Ken Lay, Professor Berend, my work colleagues, members of the Judiciary, the Magistrates Court, Victorian Police, the Armed Forces, members of Domestic Violence Victoria and their affiliated NGO partners, Vic Health, and importantly, members of the media. On behalf of my colleagues at Nicholes Family Lawyers, we are honoured to sponsor the EVA Awards. In our jurisdiction, we are confronted by family violence and are thus extremely sensitive to the portrayal of such violence by the media. It is imperative that women who are victims of violence feel they are safe to report violence, and an important factor in coming forward is that victims are not deterred by the potential portrayal of such violence by the media. The media is such a powerful tool. These awards recognise those journalists who are aware of the responsibility and the impact of their articles or their documentaries on society. To use such a significant medium to protect and empower victims shows the integrity we need to display in whatever profession we find ourselves in. It has also struck a chord with me in my profession that any sensationalism of violence may fulfil some agenda of the perpetrators of violence, of some perpetrators, where the intent to cause pain for the victim is exacerbated by the infamy that they may receive in some media reports. Being a family lawyer, we're exposed to heightened emotions and unfortunately all different forms of abuse within a family, particularly towards women and children. What I have noticed is that when reports about abuse have been sensationalised, those deliberate and sadistic perpetrators seem to appreciate the notoriety. On occasion, such notoriety might fit to punish the victim. Victims are often reluctant to come forward because of their concern about that related publicity. Social responsibility of the media is such an important issue, and if we provide positive reinforcement by sponsoring this event, we can acknowledge those journalists who take their role to heart to protect those who are most vulnerable. I can hardly think of a more worthy cause. 2 years ago, almost to this date, our firm was stricken by the murder of one of our clients. She was a beautiful and vivacious mother, brutally attacked in her home at a time when she should have been collecting her children from school. Exposure to this tragic incident made all our staff acutely aware of the reality of the impact on the family of the victim of such a senseless act of violence. The fallout of the loss of a mother, a sister, a daughter, a friend, a well-liked and respected client was devastating for all who had been touched by this terrible act of violence. I can only hope and pray that the media coverage of the murder trial connected with this tragic death will be covered with due compassion and insight shown by the journalists who are being acknowledged here tonight. Every word printed or uttered in the media needs to respect the ordeal suffered by the victim and the grief and loss of all who knew and loved her. The quality and integrity of the finalists of these awards are an inspiration. We are very proud to participate and support those journalists who care and appreciate the power of their words. The media is a powerful tool, and it would be a tragedy if thoughtless reporting discouraged those experiencing violence to come forward and this perpetrated the power of the perpetrator. As I said before, it is fantastic to see so many quality media items that will hopefully imbibe women with a sense of confidence that community attitudes are changing. Thank you.